Hello everyone, this is a quick review of the Champion 5500 inverter generator. This model number is 201408, dual fuel with wireless remote. Did quite a bit of research on inverters and ultimately decided to go with this one from Champion. I bought this at Camping World on Mother's Day because there was a discount. Um, and I had a coupon which brought the generator down from 1,099 to 899. So that's like $200 savings right there. So Camping World shipped this pretty fast. Bought it uh, last on Mother's Day, and it came like 3 to 4 days later. So the shipping was pretty quick. No damage to the box. No damage to the inverter. Champion packaged this inverter pretty well. Let's take a look inside. As you can see, it's protected by these foam paddings. So there's no damage to the box. Like I said, no damage to the inverter. And here's the inverter. I took it out of the box. The recommendation by Champion is to cut open the box so you could just pull it out rather than lift up the generator. I lift up the generator out the box because I wanted to keep the box. So I had help from another person to help me lift it out. The generator is not light. It's probably a little bit over 100 pounds. I'd say between 100 and 110 pounds. So it's not light. So don't try to lift it out of your box. Lift it out of the box yourself. Try to get some assistance to lift it out of your box, so you don't injure yourself. So let's take a look at the inverter. So let's look at the front. Here's the control panel. Comes with 30 amp outlet, 220 amp outlets, and a 12 volt. Put that back. And then they have the circuit breakers for each one. Close that up. And here's the easy dial. Depends on which fuel source you're using. Right now it's in the off position. This is propane, and this is gasoline. This generator will primarily be using propane. Here's the on button, the power button. Here's the choke. Here's the wireless reset. If you want to pair another remote, I believe you could pair up to 2 remotes. Here's the eco mode to minimize fuel consumption and to also reduce the noise level of the inverter. And here's I believe this is the overload reset. Here's the carbon monoxide indicator. If it detects a buildup of carbon monoxide, the inverter will shut down. And here's the low oil level indicator. This would also shut down if the oil level is low. And here's a gauge that tell you how much load is on the inverter. Right now, 0%, 25%, 50%, 75%, 100%. This is if you want to connect another inverter to this one. So there's a link here. You have to buy the link. Right now, I'm using one for my needs. I don't need much. I'm only powering the essential items in my house in case of emergency, such as power outage. I live in Florida, so there's hurricanes and there's lightning strikes. So for now, this is all I need to power like a couple essential items like my refrigerator, a couple fans, for emergency purposes. Let's take a look around the sides of the generator. Here's the manual recoil. if you want to manually pull it to start it. This is the propane inlet. You can connect your propane hose here. And this little compartment here is where the oil is. And you unlock it, pull it out. You can see this is where you fill the oil. That's the dipstick right there. And this is the hose to drain the oil if you want to drain it. So I'm probably going to have to drain mine later because I let it run for 5 hours yesterday, so I could break the inverter in. They say you have to break it in for 5 hours when you first use it. So let's lock this back up. It's pretty easy to lock up. Go around the other side. This is where the battery is. You got to connect the battery when you first get it. So you have to unscrew these two screws at the top, the one on the left here and the one on the right over there. And then you just pull this open to take off the panel, and then you can see the cables to connect the battery. And let's go at the back, and that's the exhaust right there. And let's go at the top. This is the fuel cap for gasoline. If you want to add gasoline, like I said, I'm primarily using propane, but this is where you will put the gasoline if you want to use gasoline instead of propane. And this is a fuel gauge, tell you when the tank is full as well. And once it reaches that red line right there, it means it's also full. So cover that back up. Oh, here's some good information. Recommended oil to use is 10W30. You can use other ones, but the recommended is 10W30. It also comes on wheels, and it also has a handle. Like I said, this generator is not light, so this is a plus to have wheels and handles on it. So let's open up the handle real quick here. See, here's the handle. And you could just lift it up and drag it. Once you lift it up and drag it, it's pretty easy to move around. But lifting it up by yourself is pretty heavy. But so far so good. Like I said, I braked it in yesterday for 5 hours. It ran nonstop, no issues. Pretty happy with the purchase so far. Thank you. I'll do another video to show you how it runs on propane. Thank you. Hello everyone, I'm back. I added my fuel source to my inverter. As you can see, the propane hose is connected to the inverter inlet. I bought a propane tank with a fuel gauge to tell me when the fuel tank is full or not. I bought this propane tank at BJ's. Let's go down to the control panel. Here's the control panel. I'm going to show you 2 ways to start the inverter. So the first thing you do is turn on your fuel source. So the propane tank is already turned on. Just going to switch the easy dial to propane mode. Then press the power button once to put it in standby mode. And then I'm going to use my wireless remote to start it. No issue starting it wirelessly. I believe it's good up to 80 feet. So I'm going to shut it down, put it back in standby mode, and then I'm going to show you the other way of starting the remote by holding down the power button for a few seconds. So here we go. Hold it down. Let it go. There we go. Starts no issue. Starts no issue on propane. So I'm going to add a load to it. Got my fridge connected and my TV and my fan. Nothing is turned on. Here we go. Added the load. See the indicator went up. There we go. No issues starting the inverter on propane. Right now it's on eco mode, so if I turn off eco mode, it will just run at a normal rate, normal speed. There we go. Put it back on eco mode if you want to minimize fuel consumption and reduce the noise. But the noise didn't reduce much. I'm pretty sure you want to turn it off when you unplug the load. And then I'm going to kill the fuel source. Should kill the generator. And then just turn the easy dial to the off position. And that's it.